And now the second part of the Guide to Zentai Series Final. Click on the annotation if you haven't seen Part 1. Welcome back to Part 2 of Guide to Zentai Series Finale 2010. Let's pick up where we left off. Coming fresh off 3 episodes and a new suit in the collection, we turn our focus to the cosplay scene. The hype around Project Angel got the Zentai community excitement. What was it? Well, this episode saw the introduction of a new and original Zentai and cosplay mix, Princess Angel. And before you ask, yes, we know. But hey, it's unique, isn't it? But anywho, what's so special about this episode and why was it made in the first place? It was originally going to feature the costume unboxing, but around this time the camera started to give out and the audio heads were so worn the footage was unsalvageable. But whatever footage remained was incorporated into this episode. The program also saw the introduction of Princess Angel to the world. In matter of fact, the launch was so successful that it was decided to give a program and a storyline of her own called Angel of the Argyle, which, like Guide to Zentai, became an unexpected hit overnight. In fact, one DeviantArt user said this about the series: "No thanks needed. You're quite unique and your cosplaying is wonderful. You have a wide array of ideas and they are amazing nonetheless." And why not? I agree with that. In fact, I was lost for words trying to find a reply to that comment. It really does shine through, and like Guide to Zentai, it was given an offer for rev share opportunities. This provided a foot in the door for a full YouTube partnership application. Other comments include this:
"Yay! You look cute."
Courtesy of Rose Badwolf 455. Now for the nitty gritty stats. The video hasn't been liked unfortunately, but there's no dislikes to it as well. But it has made 2 user favourites from the original upload. It hasn't been featured yet, but the most common search tags include Zentai, Sentai Cosplay, and Beauty and Sentai. What was supposed to be a one-off video featuring the character soon turned into a series of its own, and gave Zentai and cosplay a wider exposure. And that Sentai and cosplay creativity continues on with the introduction of 2 new characters in Angel of the Argyle in 2011. The 5th episode of the series covered basic Zentai suit care, from washing to zip repair and a lot more. The episode came about after seeing some posts on the Era Sentai forums, and also after seeing Neo Zentai's video on cleaning your suit in the shower. With those 2 things, the video was made with the basics in mind, and it has helped many Zentai owners care for their suits a little more. We also fulfilled the first viewer request ever by layering a second Zentai suit on top of a metallic one. Now here's the stats. The video has been liked twice and was made into 2 user favourites from the original upload. Again, it hasn't been featured, but the 3 most common search tags of course are Zentai, Washing Zentai, and I love this one, 5 layers of Zentai. Whoa! 5 layers? I can only do 2 at the moment. The end of the episode also saw an ice-breaking, earth-shattering moment. It involved that costume and a lot of objections. "I am not wearing this." But the line changed from "I am not wearing this" to "I am wearing this." And it was all for a good reason, because something personal was about to cross into the show, and one fear would be conquered forever. Now this episode, Cosplay Edition 2, was perhaps one of the most personal episodes that I've ever recorded, and for a good reason. As you can see, big fan of the show, although I'm ashamed to say it. But now, it's common enough. Let's take a look at that groundbreaking episode. the 2 weeks leading up to the episode, preview videos were posted, in total 3 of them, hyping up to the biggest event and the groundbreaking episode in the series. The entire Zentai community and subscriber base were excited. The episode was so big it had to be split into 2 parts. One part telling the story, the other for the main event. And the viewers couldn't wait to have their say on this upcoming episode. MZ Realms said it best. And it lived up to expectations. Part 1 covered the unboxing of the cosplay goods. 2 packages, different contents. After much stuffing around and cutting the box, the goodies were revealed. Hey! Just give me a moment whilst I sort through the stuff. It doesn't matter. These are the boots. In case if you haven't started to guess right now, things are starting pretty much right. That's right, all the goodies were there. Brooch, tiara and boots. But you're wondering, hold on a minute, what's in the second package? Well, due to time constraints we couldn't show the unboxing of the second one. Because this is the end of year special, let's have a look of what you could have seen. Okay, this is part 2 of the unboxing and, well, we only got 1 shot. Now before I open this up, this is part of the cosplay itself, so please of course remember that. Good. Move the scissors out of the way. I guess you want to know what that is now, don't you? Yes, we all want to know what was in that package. Well, part 2 would provide that answer, as 14 years of the fear was about to come head on. The highlight of the part would be the slow transformation scene, featuring a heartbeat that went faster or slower with each change. This would have made a few people queasy, but in the end, it worked. The final part of the episode was the revelation and the fear being conquered at long last. With the costume finally completed, it was finally time to conquer the fear and show it to the world. And what better way to do it is than in a walkabout. In the end, this episode was one of my personal favourites to work on. The action was outstanding. Alvin L08 said it best. Nicely done, bro. Here's the stats from the groundbreaking episode. The videos haven't been liked or disliked, fingers crossed yet. But both parts were made into one user's favourites from the original upload. Won't name names, it hasn't been featured, but surprisingly the search tags included Sailor Moon cosplay and Sailor Moon crossplay. Whoa, did somebody crack the code already on this? But regardless of that, this, as I said before, was one of my best episodes I've worked on. In fact, it's a little personal favourite of mine. Not only I conquered my 14-year fear of the show, but there's one more Sailor Scout to be cosplayed in 2011. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Final normal episode of the year. How good was this? If Cosplay 2 helped me conquer my fears, a tribute to Marcianarchy would put me into tears. And that's what exactly happened. This episode is what I always wanted to do when I got into Zentai. I haven't yet picked up his book because I don't know if they ship overseas, but it was his website and the photos that put the foot in the door for the episode. The highlight of the episode was the photo montage. This wasn't easy to pull off because of YouTube's community guidelines. If you haven't seen it yet, take a look. told you it wasn't easy to pull off, but we eventually got there in the end. But the real highlight came was when I purchased some of Marcy's photo sets from his store. Although it cost me a few $50 or so, it was worth it, because I received a message from the man himself, and here's what he had to say. This time, thank you for buying my pictures file. I am thankful and think whenever I had any kind of place of image feel charm, when there's image left in the impression if I have you put an opinion concretely. Future photography can have you keep it alive. In addition, I'll use the kindness that you had approach on the occasion of photography activity in the future carefully. With your continued patronage, thank you very much. Yours sincerely, Marcy. I was shocked and in disbelief when I received an email from the man himself. What could I say? Dedicate an episode to him, you buy some of his picture sets, and you get a reply from the man himself. I like it. Now let's take a look at the stats. The videos have been liked twice and were made into one user's favourites. It hasn't been featured, but the most common tags, well, no surprise, Marcy Zentai and Marcy. As I mentioned before, I sobbed during the making of this episode, and I was proud of it, and I even sobbed again when I wrote the episode notes. His work is so powerful and emotional, and that's why I poured my heart, time and dedication, with a total of 8 failed uploads, into this episode. And that's why at the end, I raise my glass to the man, and I'll do it again. Cheers. Well, that's it. All 7 episodes reviewed, analysed, picked apart, and the never before seen scenes shown in full. I never thought the series would become this popular and this big in a matter of months. And just to think, it was this video that got my foot in the door. That original video I saw has now got 90,000 views and still climbing, which inspired me to do the same. The YouTube community is now more accepting of Zentai, also incorporating with the morph suit movement, but that's for another episode. But there's one more twist in the tale you've got to see, and it's so big, we're gonna need another part to do it. Oh man. Two parts? And it's still big? Click on the annotation to view the third